In the last episode, I talked a bit about shadow IT and shadow generally, shadow business models, shadow management even, and why we actually do need it to happen in a business environment. And the next point is, how do we learn from it? How do we use it? And there's a phrase I use here which is, agility needs a backbone. If you think of a cheetah, the very fast running animal, it can sprint really fast and turn really well because it has a backbone to leverage from, to work against. Now, the backbone is actually central to the whole organisation and its relationship with the shared enterprise. If the backbone changes, if there's something in the backbone, it's actually a different enterprise. The backbone, the core of what's right out of the core of the organisation, needs to be completely stable, like a backbone. The edge, but given that it's stable, the edge can move around as much as it likes in order to adapt to changing conditions. Now, the things we need in the backbone are things like purpose, values, core assets, if you like data, core data, the single source of truth that is central to every shared service. We want to have the things, the essential assets, also things like rights, the right to do something, the right to access to particular types of assets. These are central. Some methods may be considered central, but they're kind of the secret sauce, the core things that we bring to the shared enterprise. But things like IT hardware and legacy IT and legacy systems really are. This has a lot of implications when we talk about things like cloud, because there's no reason why we shouldn't move around between different types of providers as long as we control the data itself. The data is part of the backbone. So when we look at rules to move around, move things in and out, we've got stuff out on the edge, the experiments, the new stuff, the new ideas. We've got stuff in the middle that is being worked on, that is being used as backbone for a different particular department rather than the organisation as a whole. And then there's the actual backbone, the things that really must not change. And in a sense, this also gives us an idea of the difference between governance, because the backbone really needs to be waterfall type governance. We really do need it to be very stable and to change only with the utmost care. Whereas out on the edge, we need things to be as agile as possible, and we're going to be using an agile type development, an agile type governance to govern what's going on there. But there is a place in the middle. It's not just bimodal. In fact, it's multimodal. Wardley's idea of pioneer, settler and town planner, where the pioneers are out experimenting, the settlers are making it real and putting it into practice, and the town planners are keeping everything stable. We need these distinctions. So we have a mode for bringing stuff in from the edge into the middle to be worked on, to be made usable by everyone, and then it becomes core. And slowly some things move out of the core as well. So agility needs a backbone, but we need to move things into and out of that backbone over time as the needs of the business change.